Hello, the one and only Xylophony here with another guide on ARK Survival Evolved. Today we're going to go over farming, something that's kind of complicated and I can assume a lot of people really have never gotten into it. But if you do play ARK and you do want to get into farming, it's really good. As you can see, we're playing on our normal base that we play here, and we have a lovely farm setup. We can go in here, get some corn. We have, I believe, potatoes, some sort of citrus and carrots as well. So delicious stuff, amazing food source. It doesn't store the longest, but whenever you're hungry and you're near your base, it's very easy food, and there should always be some there, even with a faction as large as ours, or a tribe as large as ours. Now there's a couple things you're going to need to set this up. One of those is poop. So if you have a lot of dinosaur pets, it's going to be very useful because you're going to want to pick up poop, and lots of it, because there's really kind of three things you need to begin farming. One is just the plots. Now the small ones I wouldn't really say are worth it, but we'll use one of these for an example. Now we have one right here, but we also have these medium plots. The medium plots are pretty good. You can also make larger plots later on, but we're just gonna look at some of these ones right now. As you can see, we have Narcho Berries planted here, which is very good for making narcotics or taming dinosaurs. So it's very good to have them, and we're going to go over how to do that now. So the plots are the first thing. You just need the plot, you need to set them down. You can make them look nice, put them down next to each other, that's good. If you want to make it easier on yourself, put them near water. Any kind of water source will do. There's no salt water in this game, so this works absolutely fine. The second thing you need is the irrigation system, which can be a little bit complicated if you're looking at it at first, but really it's not. All you need is this part that leads down into it, the water intake pipe. You need the rest of the pipes that'll connect it there, and those will pretty much just lead it to where your farms are. So intake pipe, regular pipes, and then once you get over the area, or at the area, depending on what the level of your area you're building at is, these things can be lower. You're gonna want to build these things, the water taps. The water taps will make it so the water actually falls out of the pipe onto the area below. And as you can see, it doesn't need to be directly over it. These two taps cover all of these farms, even this one in the far corner here, and it gets plenty of water. Maybe not this one in the far corner here actually, but everything besides this one is covered and well watered. So you only need a little bit, and then you got that going. So that'll pretty much give you the plot, and it'll give it a irrigated water value. Now as you can see here, this is not fertilized. So one thing you can do is go ahead and just throw some of the poop in there, and that'll be fertilizer. But that's not really worth doing, because as you can see, it has a 3,500 value, and that doesn't really last for long. So you'd just be sitting there pooping all day, picking up your poop, throwing it in there, and it wouldn't be too great. But we also threw a Narcho Berry seed in there, and that creates a seedling. Now for that seedling to grow, it has to be fully fertilized and irrigated at all times. So otherwise it'll die out and you won't get anything. So you can't just rely on the rain, you can't just rely on putting poop in whenever you want stuff. You kind of got to tend the crops and keep them all going. So that brings us to the third thing we need. We need fertilizer. These compost bins are the way to do it. So I would suggest not going into farming until you can get all the irrigation and composting. Oh, nice medium-sized poop here. Good, good, because that's... Oh, we got rainwater. Brilliant. But yeah, fertilizer right here, that's what we're going to do. Now to make this fertilizer, all you have to do is go into a compost bin, and you need to put thatch and poop. Pretty simple. And then over time, it does take quite a while, but this will make it into compost. So let's put the larger dinosaur poops in there. We have more fertilizer here, and here's some more thatch and poop for that. Medium, medium, and small. And then you can always just throw any extra feces directly into the plots here. But we're going to start by putting some fertilizer into this. Now immediately we can see it jumped up to 50,700 points, or 57,000 points. So yeah, that is quite a larger number. The fertilizer is completely worth it if you're going to farm This way it'll actually be realistic to tend your crops. So we're just going to throw the rest of the poop in there, get the Narcho Berry seed, well it's already seeded there, and so it has everything it needs. It is fertilized, it has irrigation, and it has the seed in there. So this will over time grow into a Narcho Berry plant, which will, give us more Narcho Berries to feed our dinosaurs. Now this is pretty much the same way you do it with all of these. Now the thing with these crops over here, the ones that actually feed you, that you need to do those in at least a medium-sized plot, which is one of the reasons why I think the medium-sized plots are really pretty much the main ones that are worth it. I haven't gone into the larger plots yet, but I assume those will be just as worth it as the other things. Now as you can see, some of the corn is already spoiled, so you can't keep it forever. It's more of a while at home food source for now at least. But I think that's pretty much everything we need to go about. Over time it does take a little while, but this will grow into a berry bush. We'll be able to pick berries from that, and then just every once in a while you want to check your crops, see if anything is starting to get low in fertilizer. So we'll put the extra bag of fertilizer into this one and just keep it nice and topped off at all times. And then to get the food from it, you just take the berries from it, do whatever you want there, and then they'll just grow back at a really decent rate actually. It's very good for having all your Narcho Berries. But that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little bit of a guide to farming. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video and let me know if you need any other guides done. I'm currently away at the moment, but I will check those comments either way. So, I will see you guys next time. Nice and blue, or we can do it on the other side, or just all of that thatch. So there, we got some different colored stuff, and same way you paint anything, you just take another brush with a different color on it, or use up the paint that's on that brush, and then you just go about